All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. This fielded at the 2. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
They'll go with their leading rusher from a season ago. This is Aaron Jones. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. Second down.
At the 20-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
Right here. Box it. Check Mike 54.
Working from the gun. Rodgers looking downfield for Jones. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Here's Rodgers. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well.
First down, Green Bay.
He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Squeeze, double. Hey, check 26. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Rodgers now on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up second and 10.
Let's go, D, tighten up.
Throwing again. Rodgers. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here first and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Now a man who really stepped up last year. This is Matt Breida. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be second and 12.
Here we go. Wait, 80! Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. Hey, you got that?
This is Jerick McKinnon, who missed the entire 2018 campaign. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in four-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Hey, Delta.
Garoppolo looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this will remain a scoreless game. Well, I was watching him in warm-ups, and he hit a 62-yarder that hit the crossbar and went over this one a little bit inside of that, but not enough leg.
And the difference is what?
Well, your live conditions, right?
Live conditions, game conditions are a whole lot different than practice, where you just pop it up there, no rush, no pressure. I think maybe that takes a couple yards away from you when you have to do it when it's real.
23 yards on the play.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. Now the Auburn product, Corey Grant, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play, and it'll be a 2nd and long. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. He hauls it in. Valdez-Scantling for the Packers touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Crosby with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards, a first down. Kittle last year, what a season. 1,377 receiving yards, an NFL record for tight ends en route to his first Pro Bowl. Not bad for the former 5th-round pick. I remember that game, December, against Denver. He had that monster first half, 210 yards. Did not have a single catch in the second half, but still those 210 yards were just 4 yards shy of Shannon Sharp's single-game record for a tight end.
2nd and 12 at the 40-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Tight end right. Tight end right. 4 down. White. Check.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Here we go, D. Here I come.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jackson. There he goes left side. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visit. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Here's Breida. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 2.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter. They're up against a 3rd and 2 to start things out.
Here we go. Like 20. We want it. Come to my work.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll toss it to Breida. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Tight as Ringo. Tight as on Ringo.
2nd down, McKinnon. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 37.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Tight end right. 1, Omaha. 12, fellas, here we go. Hey, Haywood.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where is he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Here we go, dude. And it's
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
He's thrown one interception already, and that doesn't necessarily mean the rest of the game is going to go like that. But it does seem that he's a little bit off in his approach to this one.
Yeah, it does, and that was a risky throw right there.
Got to be careful about taking care of the ball, making sure you get back within yourself. I mean, those mechanics that they work on all the time, they're there for a reason. Kind of get back to those and maybe tamp it down a little bit.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Check, watch 54, watch 54.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Williams. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Complete to George Kittle. 1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Here we go,
49ers with their first trip to the red zone thus far.
21.
They've got a 1st and goal just inside the 5.
5. Switch. 6-6. Pull it high.
They run with Breida. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Matt Breida. His 6th touchdown of the season as they are now on the board here in the first half. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can drive as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And Grant's got it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the 1st. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
You get blocked, me. You get all right. You get blocked, me. Check. Right now. He's checking.
On 1st down, Grant. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Right there. 50. Hey, orbit.
On play action, it's Rodgers. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. DeForest Buckner, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long.
10-30. Hey, Zoo. Mike 5-4. Bring it. Bring it.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenge in your offense right here. You know, hey, guys.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. So now 2 pick 6s that he's thrown in this first half of play. Where do you go from here?
Well, number 1, make sure you keep your poise. Make sure you go to the sideline after throwing the second one, and you look like you're still in charge, that you're still the guy, because your team's going to feed off of you. And if you're having your hands on your head or shaking your head, walking with your head down, guess what? They're not going to rally at all.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. The first half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you got this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
12, fellas, here we go.
To throw is Garoppolo. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Earlier in the quarter when the defense was keying on the run, you said offensively they need to open things up, take some shots downfield. Didn't work there, but they did it.
Yeah, I'm not going to change my tune now. I still think it's the right play because when you take those shots downfield, you open the eyes of the defense to what you could do to them, and that may open some things up for you offensively.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. On the return, here's Agnew. And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10.
Check 43. We are going.
A final shot before half for Rodgers. Looking downfield for Godwin. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Breida to get the third quarter started. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Check 99. Check 99. Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Kenny Clark in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Here comes the 49ers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Agnew now to return. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see what the offense gets done.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
50. Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike. Check. Hey, exit. Kill. No. Off. 26. Mike, 54. All day, baby, all day. Get 300.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Mike,
49ers have an extra defensive back on the field, a nickel set for third down.
Double up. He's coming, double up. Under 50. Hey, you block over here. Hey, Charlie. Yeah, Liz.
To throw, it's Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Here comes Pettis on the return. The good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, first and 10.
Here we go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Here we go.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hey, alert! Alert! 26 Mike. Watch the run.
On 3rd down, a run from Breida. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Matt Breida out of Georgia Southern now in his 3rd year in a 49er uniform. He was tough to keep off the field last year. Very good yards per carry, 5.3 on 153 attempts. Good for over 800 yards rushing.
Take four. 2. 21. Here we go.
On 1st down, Garoppolo. To the right side, caught by Saleh. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, they didn't get everything they wanted out of that play, but the tight end did. And I don't mean it in a positive way. Great job of him holding on after absorbing that big hit.
So 2nd and inches after that 1st down completion went just shy of the marker. This is Breida. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Here we go.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Garoppolo to throw on 3rd and 1. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he will have the 1st down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. Garoppolo to his tight end Kittle for a Niner 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Here we go.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Garoppolo after the fake give to Breida. And now Garoppolo lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. Past the 20. 10. And he will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Green Bay touchdown. They give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
This is taken at his 4. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Here we go.
At their own 24-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Darnell Savage, the rookie from Maryland. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd and inches after that 1st down completion went just shy of the marker. Now left side, a completion to his tight end, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. This will be caught just inside the 10. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Back now here in Santa Clara. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now a give, right side. It's Grant, and he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Corey Grant with touchdown number 7 on the year as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Crosby connects on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They run again with Breida. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. Now it's Breida. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 3rd down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Breida. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Greystone, travel. 11. 52, hey, Alpha. Rip left. Where's 50?
They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. Now Garoppolo lost the football, and the Packers pick it up. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Rodgers going to throw again. And his throw is incomplete.
This defense could use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Push him back. Alert flare.
From the gun, Rodgers. The left side completion to Jones. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Good word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. The 30, 20. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
Partner, one of the cardinal rules of defense is that if you're in position to make a tackle, you need to make it.
Well, and if you can't make the tackle before that, you just got to knock that ball down, right?
Yeah, something has to happen because we saw the end result there. Missed tackle, he goes all the way and takes it for a touchdown.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And the Niners get there and bring him down. DeForest Buckner in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Throwing now is Rodgers. He's going to rifle one deep left. He's got a man complete. A gain there of 30 big ones. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
Here we go. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. Mike 54. Hey, I step in again.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. And left side here, it's Graham. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Rodgers on target to Valdez-Scantling. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 32-yard line. Rodgers looking to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Graham. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Rodgers to throw once more. That is caught at the 7. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Valdez-Scantling. Incomplete. It's now 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
One back in the game. That's Jones. 2nd and goal. And they take a knee.
Rodgers on the keeper. Today,